live properties. Yep. We live. I'm on the right. Here we go. Alright, public. Hello everyone, and welcome to Lewis. Lewis Talks Football. Sorry, I just had a bit of a breaking news there. It's just about Jesse Lingard talking about England. Anyway, today this is my first ever video on this channel, so I thought fuck it. So today I'm going to be talking about the first signing who we're going to be making. Who's going to get announced on July 1st. And there was some talk last night that Ronaldo has contacted United over a possible move from Juventus. He's contacted, I think it was Real Madrid, Man United and PSG all last night for maybe a potential move, so I might get into that. And there has been floats around of a cost for Ben White, who we are interested in, right? Also, I'm just checking my notes here. Yeah, and the Ben White's price has gone up to 50 million, right? Which, you know, we'll get into that later, but that's a fucking joke, I think. And we've got Christian Romero from Atlanta, I think. He's 52 million, or yeah, 52 million, right? And there is a Sancho update, which we'll get into. And we're also interested in a wonder kid who's a centre back, which I will get into in a bit. So let's start with the first story. The first sign-in is going to get announced on July the 1st. If you didn't know, it's going to be Tom Heaton. He's already signed the contract and everything, you know. Sorry, fucking hell. But yeah, Tom Heaton's going to get announced on July 1st by the looks of it, and what's going floating around in today's stories in the news and stuff. So yeah. But also, you know, Tom Heaton, he's only going to be what, a third choice keeper, so, and he's got experience of being that. So, you know, I think it all points to David De Gea. I think we're gonna end up moving David De Gea on, you know, which some people agree with, some people don't. I don't agree with it. I think he's been a loyal servant to this club, and the way we've treated David De Gea has been absolutely disgraceful. Like, if his last game is literally missing a penalty, that would be so heartbreaking. Like, but yeah, that's upsetting, man, just to think about that. But yeah, enough from the goalkeepers. It's a bit crap. Basically, Ronaldo last night, Cristiano Ronaldo, he wants to leave Juventus, and he contacted PSG, Real Madrid, and Man United for a potential move there. You know, I'd love Ronaldo back. I'm a romantic, you know. I think, but he's such a good player. But you know, if it's for the love story, then yeah, I'll take Ronaldo back. But if it was just for, you know, commercial, and but he's still what, 36, 37 now, and he had the body of what, a 24-year-old or something like that. So, you know, he's probably still got a couple of years left at the top. But, you know, it doesn't make sense. He's already done the Premier League. He's done La Liga. He's done Serie A. If he goes to France, he could do League One, and then he could go and do the MLS after that. You know, all slower leagues. PSG is a one-horse race, really, but this year a little one. So, you know, you never know. But if they get Ronaldo up top, right, and it looks like they're going to be signing Ronaldo as well, PSG, so they could look like a really good team, you know. But yeah, fair play, you know. Alright, let's go on to Ben White now. This is the story I want to get into, Ben White. Yeah, I know Ben White. We've been linked with him a couple of times, you know. I don't rate Ben White. I don't rate him. I think he's Ben shite. You know, I don't rate Ben White, and I wouldn't pay anywhere near 50 million for him. I'd rather pay that thought. This was coming from a offside something, so I don't know how. I don't think it's not that reliable, but so take it with a fucking grain of salt. I would, if I like a whole fucking spoon of salt, I would, because I don't know how reliable this source is. But they're basically saying Brighton have valued Ben White around £50 million for a potential transfer because he's been called up to the Euros, and Manchester United are one of the clubs interested in Ben White. I think it also said Liverpool are interested somewhere. So yeah, I don't want to end up with Ben White. I don't rate him. I really don't rate Ben White. I think he's crap. Ben White. It's a hard one with Ben White because I think he's too similar to Harry Maguire. The big physical centre back. So it is like, and we've already got Harry Maguire, haven't we? So I don't really see the point in having Ben White when we need someone to complement Harry Maguire's lack of pace. So a fast centre back like a Varane or a Koundé or a Koulibaly or but I think Botman as well. He's pretty fast. So we need someone to complement Maguire's pace, not bloody make him bloody slower than a bloody a dinosaur's fart, But yeah, pretty much. That's all I've heard about Ben White today. That he could cost up to 50 million. It's nothing advanced on talks or anything like that. It's literally just Brighton value him at 50 million. So that was why, hence Ben White price set. Anyway, I want to talk about another centre back who we've been linked with, Christian Romero. From Atlanta, I think he's been valued at 52 million. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't know. I really don't know anything about him. Christian Romero. I saw we got linked with him the other day. I really don't know anything about him. I've not done any research on him. I might have a look at him, and I might do another show later, like a bit later on, like 6 or 7. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything, but he's been valued at £52 million. So that's another £50 million centre back. When realistically we could be going in for Varane, who's going to be what? I've seen reports 35 to 40, but how real that is, I don't think Real Madrid will sell him for any less than 60 or 70 million. Because they're a bloody pain in the ass to deal with, Real Madrid. They are a proper pain in the ass to deal with, I'll tell you that. But if we get Christian Romero, that's what, 5th or 6th choice again. Like, the board need to start backing the manager. Like, get him the first choice players he wants. It's a bit fucking. The club is just run so badly from top to bottom. Like, I don't know who the fuck this director of football is, but what difference has he fucking made? Like, what difference has he fucking made? Like, we're still gonna be faffing about in the transfer window. I just don't get what the point in bloody. It's just a recon of Ed Woodward. I'm sorry about that, but it is just a recon of Ed Woodward. But yeah, so we've been linked to all these centre backs. We've been linked to Botman, Romero, Varane, Koundé, Ben White, Ben Scheidt. But yeah, the thing is, centre back. I think we'd all love Varane at United, right? But it's just. I don't think Real Madrid will sell it to. I don't think he'll want to come here. I think he's got PSG written all over him, Varane. I think he's got PSG written all over him. French, if Zidane goes, then the French connection, I think he's got PSG written all over him. Yeah, that's just my opinion, and we won't talk to an opinion, haven't we? Anyway, I want to get onto the Sancho update. I've seen reports earlier saying. It's been floating around on Twitter and on some of the apps I use, and I was checking all the news websites earlier this morning, and I was seeing something and I thought, what the fuck? And I think it was coming out last night that Sancho could end up costing 100 million because Dortmund have said 80 million, but they want add-ons, which could equal up to 100 mil, and you know, I wouldn't pay any more than 80 million for James. He's a good player. I don't think he's a £100 million player. He's an £80 million player, £75 million player, £70 million player. Yeah, he's not 100 mil. 80 million max, top. You can't go any higher than that for a Jadon Sancho. You know, I think if we pay any more than 80 million, we're getting bloody scammed by bloody Dortmund. And the thing is, I'm a bit worried with Sancho. If he comes and then he ends up like Maguire, maybe not a 70 million, maybe not an 80 million pound player. Maybe he's only he looks really good and really, you know, but I just don't know. I'm a bit paranoid about Sancho coming because I think all the hype for Sancho, it could get to him and he'll start underperforming, and then people going on him, and you know, it'll be be bad. But the English media won't touch him because he's English, and they only go after international players for scapegoats, really, don't they? But yeah, it's I don't really know. I don't know how to feel about Sancho. I think he would be a good player, but for us, because he definitely fill that right wing. So the thing is, if we get a right wing and a right back, that's the right side sorted. But it depends what level of player we get, really. Like, we could end up bloody getting Rafinha and bloody what's his name at Norwich? What's his name? Max Aarons. You know, we could end up with them two because cheap. Rafinha, I saw 35 million. Like, and what I've seen him at Leeds, he looks like an 80 million pound player to me. He's just as good as Sancho. I've seen his skills. He's fast. He's got skills. He's creative. You know, Rafinha. Sorry, this ain't on my list, but I'm sorry. Atlanta, they're going to be getting Coop Miners from AZ. I'm sorry. Why are our scouts not picking him up? I'm not a scout. I'm a bloody fan of a bloody Manchester United, right? And we scouted Coop Miners, and I'm sorry, he would fit that midfield like a glove from what I've seen. Like, how are we not in for Coop Miners, man? He'd be 25 million max, you know. It just baffles me how we're not in for these sort of players. And he's like, what, 23, 22? I'm not sure, so something along them ages. So he's still got years left to develop. Yet we're bloody looking at bloody a right winger and a fucking centre back when that midfield is absolutely crap. Like, McTominay and Fred are dog shit. They are. McTominay and Fred couldn't even bloody babysit a bloody ant. You know, they're crap. They don't know how to look after that midfield. They just run around like bloody lunatics, and Fred passing, fuck, it's atrocious. It's atrocious, Fred's pass. I love Fred. You know, I like Fred. He's a likeable guy, but in that midfield, he's not that likeable. You know, I just don't know. I don't know how we're not in for a CDM. It is just bamboozling how we're not in for a CDM. Like, I used to play centre back and CDM at school, right? And you know, it's just frustrating how we're not in for a CDM. It is really just, what's the fucking point? Like, you can sign bloody Messi, you can sign Ronaldo, you can sign Neymar with that Pratt in midfield. If you can't get the ball to them, it's useless. It's fucking useless. Like, what's the fucking point? I don't know. I don't know how we're not in for a CDM. It's just, it mind like a club of Manchester United stature, and we're not in for a CDM where that's the biggest hole in it. As I watched Mark Goldbridge last night, and he was going on Bagel FC. He's absolutely spot on. We are a bloody bagel. You know, we got a good attack, defense. It's crap, but you know, it's better than the midfield. I mean, only just because Lindelof and Maguire, fuck you know. But maybe, I mean, people are saying we need CDM. Maybe if we get a centre back, we won't have to keep playing Fred and Pogba. And if we get Sancho, Pogba won't have to play on the wing, and he'll be able to go back in the pivot. But then who are you going to play in the pivot with? McTominay and Fred, McTominay or Fred, or Matic. Matic is done. He's probably going to end up at Roma. Fred can't pass and McTominay is shit defensively. So, and people run off McTominay like he's not bloody there. So, I just. Whereas at least at centre back we've got Twanzebe, Eric Bay, Lindelof, you know, and that Fish who's coming up. He'll need a loan spell, but it is just it's just bamboozling. I went on for a CDM. Like, I'm not. I'm gonna get off the CDM topic because it just really frustrates me how we're not in for a CDM. I don't know. And there was one story I wanted to just go on about, which I did read somewhere. I can't remember if it was on here or on another app. I'm just gonna check my phone real quick because I'm gonna check this app because Ronaldo contact made. Yeah, I saw that last night. Well, we could. Solskjaer might have a surprise signing up his ass. You know, I hope so. Yeah, Tom Heaton's getting announced July 1st. We know that. Yeah, you know. I mean, God, fucking hell, Tom fucking Heaton from Villa, man. He's a Villa's reserve, yet you can try and challenge for that first spot. He's a prat, and he's an absolute prick. I can't remember what Donny. Oh, Donny van der Beek's been ruled out. Fucking hell. Man United make opening offer for Atlanta defender Christian Romero. We've made an offer for Atlanta's Christian Romero at 39, making it looks like we've made a £39 million bid. I'm not sure how reliable it is until Fabrizio Romano comes out, but on the One Football app, that's where it's coming from. I'm not sure what the source is. It's Tribal Football, so I don't know how reliable that is, but yeah, I don't know. But it looks like we might have made a big bid for Christian Romero, which is okay. Donny van der Beek's been ruled out for injury of the Euros. Breaking news. I mean, that is a bit shit, isn't it? Sancho, he's close. We're like 2 steps away from signing him. I don't know. Varane, £60 million defender is priority for Varane. Yeah, ready to pay, and we're ready to pay his wages. Yep, Brighton place a £50 million tag on thingy. Yeah. I don't rate Ben White. I think he is Ben shite. You know, Ben. I literally. I mean, yeah, he's not a £50 million player. I don't know how Brighton have valued it. Here we go. Fleetwood Town. His name's Josh Feeney. He's 16, and he looks like an exciting prospect who is a captain for England youth level, with top clubs now showing an interest in signing him this summer. So yeah, there you go. A bit of news on the youth there. And that's pretty much all I've needed to cover today in under 20 minutes for my first show. That's not bad, you know. Before 20 minutes, and I've covered all the points I wanted to cover. Yeah, I've done Tom Heaton, your contact or Ronaldo. And I did see somewhere Man City really want to get Jack Grealish, and I thought I'd just touch on this. But what a player Jack Grealish is. I mean, he is a fantastic player. I'm from Birmingham, so I watch a lot of Villa. You know, got a lot of mates who support Villa, and I watch Villa myself. And Jack Grealish, he's fantastic, man. I'd take him at United all day long. He's literally single-handedly helped Villa get to mid-table from relegation, you know, even with injuries. But yeah, that's all I've wanted to talk about in the space of 20 minutes. That's not bad for a new show. I will try and make it longer for next time. I might be back later. I'll see if any news hits or anything. But thank you guys for tuning in. I don't even know if anyone did, but it's been nice. But yep, remember, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not new and you want more content like this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.